Welcome back to Clean with Kate. I just thought you might like to see the twinkly lights. I've just come back through to make a cup of coffee and I turned all the lights down and then I just thought, oh my goodness, look at this. It's all lit up. I've got my twinkly lights on. It's just about getting light now. So I'm going to put up the blinds. Oh, I seem to have left the outside lights on. I've got my sink bleaching. The kitchen's looking better. It's not perfect, but look. It's starting to get light. My husband's still fast asleep, so I'm going to need to stay a bit quiet. So, where have I put my coffee? I'm just going to switch some more lights off. I've got this lovely new cookery book, new to me. It's an eBay purchase. But we were visiting a little cafe on the North Norfolk coast last week. And this book was in the cafe. They had it there for you to read. And it's such a lovely baking book. And there's some lovely recipes in it. So I just thought maybe I could have a go at this. Because I'm not a big cook or a baker, but these just look such lovely recipes. Anyway, I'm going to have a go with that later. So I ordered it on eBay. And I'm gonna buy the ingredients and I'm going to have a go at one of the recipes. I'll have to pick something nice and simple, I think, to start with. But the pictures are so beautiful in it and the instructions are really easy to follow. So I'm really excited about this. And there's a lot of tray bakes in here, which I think work well in Argos. Oh my goodness. It's just is fantastic, isn't it? Look at this. Anyway, I'm getting a little sidetracked. Okay, I've got my coffee and I'm going back through to tackle my laundry. My laundry room's got a little bit out of hand. I think I might switch these lights off as well, save the electricity. Oh my goodness, well, look at this hot spot here as well. I need to come and tidy this up. There's quite a lot going on here. My husband's in the process of rewiring. I think I need to put the sun lotion away. Anyway, let's take you through to the utility room. This is me going and tackling the laundry. Actually, I'm going to digress. I'm going to go over to my diary and I'm going to add in, it's Thursday today, what am I going to do today? So what did I do? I did do my pyjama drawer yesterday. I haven't vacuumed the dining room and I haven't vacuumed the conservatory. I did detail clean the kitchen table, woohoo. Have we made a fruit salad yet? No, and we've got fruit everywhere, so I need to make a fruit salad. That needs to go on today's list, actually, make fruit salad, because I didn't do it the other day. Okay, what else needs to go on today's list? Zone work. So I'm going to do vacuuming. And actually, I'm sorting out, oh my goodness, I've pulled out all the shoes out of the shoe cupboard and I've just got to sort that cupboard out. So it's actually my old entrance to the house. I'll be taking you in there later this afternoon, probably. I'll do a video. I should have started a video yesterday, but I just got so stuck into it. I just didn't have time and I've made such a mess. So I've got to put it all back together now. So I'll put that old entrance hall. I've got to clean and put the shoes away. I've got some shoes I've got out that I need to polish, which at the moment are sat on the table. I've just walked past them. So I've got all my winter boots out, but they all need a polish. I think I must have put them away damp, so they're not looking their best. But I think a good polish, they'll look a lot better. Okay, and I'm going to deal with the laundry. Okay. Anything else I want to do today? I've got to somehow fit working around all this, but this is just my Fly Lady book. So we're in zone 1 now. We moved on to zone 1 on the 1st of October. Oh my goodness, it's already the 3rd of October. It is Thursday, isn't it? Yes, it is Thursday. Right, okay. I'm going to wash my hands because I've actually got coffee grounds on them and I don't like the smell of coffee grounds on my hands. It's a weird smell. Even though I wash my coffee machine out every day, I don't like the smell of the old coffee grounds. It's really weird. I love coffee, but I don't like the smell of coffee grounds. Right, okay, let's take the coffee. I've written a list, so if I get distracted later, I can go back to my list and think, oh yeah, that's what I need to do. Right. Okay, it is chaotic in here. How did this happen? This is not normally like this. Do you know what happened? My husband helped me out yesterday. I was in a hurry going out and I asked him if he would deal with the laundry, which he did. And he's hung things up. but he's probably not done it. He's done it good enough. I'm just going to be grateful. But he hasn't put things away. So let's get all these towels in these baskets ready to go upstairs. And he hasn't hung everything up. These need to go up on the little mini sock areas just to dry, the laundry bags. He probably wasn't sure what to do with those. Right, so this is some stuff that needs to go back to the kitchen. So I've got a basket here. That needs to go upstairs, and that needs to go back to the kitchen. It's a dishcloth. Good. What else are we going to do? I'm not sure if this laundry is going to be dry enough yet to put away. It was only done yesterday. It's lovely and warm in here now the underfloor heating's kicked in. But you know what? I'm not sure it's dry enough. Let me just get an airer out. I'm going to need to process this laundry before the weekend because I don't really want the laundry all hanging around in here all weekend. So I will need to put that on my list for tomorrow, actually, process laundry. But for now, I think I'm just going to do some ironing. I might be able to iron some of yesterday's laundry as well while it's still damp. It'd be so much easier. So do you know what? I'm just going to check, have I pressed record? Because when I'm half asleep like this, sometimes I forget. Let me just check. So excuse my fingers in front of the camera. Oh, yes, I have pressed record. That's good. I'm not as useless as I think I am. Right. Okay, oh, there's another laundry bag here, which he hasn't hung up again. So let's just hang that on the airer. Right, and then they'll be able to go away later today. Well, there's a pinny there. That can definitely be. I've got 2 pinnies on here. I'm going to iron these while they are damp. It'll be much easier. So I'm going to pop them into my ironing basket. And I'm going to plug my iron in. But I've hit my ironing threshold. My first ironing threshold is 1 basket of ironing. So my total ironing threshold is 2. But I want to get this done. So I'm just going to pop this through here. I can go back to the other utility room. And I'm going to switch the iron on. And while the iron's warming up, I might just do a little pick up and put away in here. These towels need to go upstairs. So let's move these through. They're on their way upstairs then. And they're out of the utility room. Let's pop that one there. I'm just going to add laundry to tomorrow's list. Laundry away. So I remember to take down those areas tomorrow. Just so I don't go into the weekend with all this laundry hanging around. Right, this needs to go away. This little basket is going to the kitchen. So those two can travel together. This is my basket method of moving things around the house. Right, okay, that's looking more manageable already. I feel less overwhelmed. When I walked in here earlier and there's just stuff everywhere, it just made me feel a little overwhelmed, a little sick. And if I get this ironing done, that's one less thing that I need to do. Right. My husband's still in bed. It's just about getting light outside. It is feeling very, very, very autumnal now. We've had some really blustery wet weather. Oh, I was going to put that laundry away, wasn't I, while the iron heats up. I need to put some water in the iron. Just remembered it hasn't got any in it. Let's just fill up the iron. I think maybe 1 jug will do it today. Might be a 1 jug load. Let's shut that off. Okay, is it on full? I'm going to need to iron on high today. Yeah, I think it is. Let me just double check. I've got my favourite timer. I like this little black timer. I like the way it gives me the 1 minute warning. Good, I'm just going to have a quick look over here and see, rather than rushing through to the other room, I think I've done too much rushing around. I'm going to just see if I can get any more off the areas and into the ironing basket, because I do like to iron it while it's still damp. It makes it so much easier. And actually, this is pretty much dry. So if I give it a quick once over with the iron, pop it back on the airer, it'll be able to go away tomorrow. What else have I got? Oh dear, it's getting so there's a lot more ironing there. That's the downside of this little plan. It's starting to feel a little overwhelming. If you look at the colours now that appear in my laundry basket, in my ironing basket rather, you can see they're all very autumnal. So my colours, rather than lots of white t-shirts, I'm sort of moving on to the long sleeve t-shirts, and they've got a bit more colour in them. They're not all white. So I've definitely got my autumn wardrobe out. Do you know what? I'm not going to move anything else. I'm going to get started. So I'm going to set it for, I think we need 15 minutes, don't we? So there we go, 15 minutes. Will I need a break? I'm feeling 15 minutes, it feels like a lot this morning. Is this iron warm enough? Yes, it is. I think I've just made myself feel more overwhelmed by putting more in the ironing basket. It felt quite manageable. I was thinking I might do it in 5 minutes, but I've added to it. But maybe that's not the best idea always. I suspect my husband will be getting up soon. I think he must have cancelled the alarm, because the alarm's set to go at 6 and it's already gone 6 and there's no sign of him, so I think he must have just gone back to sleep. Put it on snooze. Do you like to snooze your alarm? I find I usually wake up before the alarm, so it's not really an issue for me. Sometimes the alarm wakes me up, but not very often these days, to be fair. I seem to have my own built-in alarm. I have a lot on my mind at the moment. I think that's what's waking me up. I'm waking up thinking about things. And then once I start thinking about things, I find it really hard to get back to sleep. Do you have any tips for getting back to sleep, or do you sleep really well, not wake up? I find once I'm awake, I'm really awake. And then I think I might as well just get up and do something. I quite often get up and work, or I get up and do my laundry, or get up and I try and do things that are not noisy. So I try not to disturb everybody else in the house. But yeah, these are sort of jobs that I can do quite quietly. And it must be really nice, actually. It must be nice for my husband when he does eventually get up, coming down and finding that I've tidied up the kitchen, or done all the laundry, or put things away. So it's nice. It must be nice coming down and finding things better than they were when you went to bed. I think I'm the cleaning fairy. Oh, right. I think I'd love to get up actually and find that somebody had tidied up the kitchen. I love it if he sometimes he does, if I'm really tired, he does the evening routine on his own, and that's absolutely lovely. And I love it when yesterday, for example, I went out, and then when I came back in he'd cooked dinner, which he does every night, but it was just so lovely coming in and finding dinner was ready. It's really nice. Especially when you're really hungry. I'm really grateful that I don't have to do the cooking. I do need to learn to cook more, but I'm grateful that he does it. We're definitely a team. He does the cooking and I do the housework. I love this little top. I really enjoyed wearing this. It's a new to me purchase. It's from a charity shop. It's what I bought it this autumn. I do need to let some of my old tops go, but I wasn't sure about it when I bought it, but actually I love it. I've worn it several times already. And I wear it with a denim dungaree dress, and the colours just work really, really well. It's from Fat Face. Right, these are some sort of staple autumn long-sleeved t-shirts in sort of autumny colours, and this is like a burgundy and white stripe. I seem to be in a stripy phase at the moment. I'm wearing a stripy brown and white top, and this is a stripy burgundy and white top. I think I'm in what my husband refers to as my Where's Wally phase. I don't know what it is about autumn brings out stripes in me. Maybe it's because I've just been wearing the plain white all summer, and now I want a bit of colour. I don't know what it is about autumn, but I want more colour in my wardrobe. And it's actually, if you think about it, in the house we do the same, don't we? In autumn, I like to have sort of warmer colours. Maybe it's just with those colours we associate with autumn: browns, oranges, burgundy. I don't know why I associate burgundy with autumn, but I do. Oh, I know, it's things like blackberries and I don't know. It definitely feels like it's part of my autumn wardrobe. I've got another one. So I like this colour. I like this colour because you can wear, I like to wear it under things. So I think this will go well with my dungarees. Right. Oh, I think I need to find my glass of water. I don't know what I've done with that. I think I must have left it in the kitchen. Do you have an autumn sort of transitional wardrobe? Or do you go straight into winter clothes? I like to sort of ease into winter. I have to ease into summer as well. It's really strange. When I can't go, I don't know what it is. I think I'm very colour sensitive. But I can't go straight from summer clothes, which are sort of in my wardrobe, whites and pale pinks and light colours. I can't go straight into full-on dark winter clothes. I find it too much. And my sort of December wardrobe has a lot of very dark colours in it. And by December, I'll be ready for those colours, but I'm just not ready yet. So I have this sort of transitional autumn wardrobe, which is in autumn colours, which I love. I actually love autumn colours. I think they suit my colouring. And they sort of bring out the brown in my hair, which I like. Right. But then come spring, I have to ease into the lighter colours. So after I've been wearing dark colours for a while, I find that I can't go straight into the light colours. It doesn't feel right. It's very strange. And maybe it's to do with my colouring, because in summer I've got a bit of a tan. I can carry off the lighter colours, whereas in winter I'm very pale and I just don't feel I can carry off the lighter colours. Maybe it's that. And do you have this problem, or is it just a me problem? But I find I'm happier if I ease into the different seasons. It's almost like I have to come to terms with it, the change. So I have a transitional wardrobe for spring, summer as well, where I ease into the sort of slightly paler and brighter colours. And it has quite a lot of blues in it, my spring wardrobe, weirdly. And some yellow. I've got quite a bit of yellow in my spring wardrobe. And maybe it's just the association with the spring bulbs. But I don't know where the blue comes from. I think there's a lot of overlap between my spring and my autumn wardrobe. They're basically sort of mid-weight clothes, aren't they? This is another of my autumn tops. So you can see, definitely, I'm on a theme here of autumn colours and stripes. It's very strange. What is it with the stripes? And yet I don't wear the stripes in the spring. I sort of start into the florals. These stripes make me think of bonfire night. How are you getting on with sorting out your wardrobes? I am definitely halfway through it. And this week, because we're in zone 1 in the Fly Lady system, I'm working on my shoes because they're all stored in my zone 1. My zone 1 is quite large because the house is quite complicated. There are a lot of entrances to the house, so it's very spread out. But I do have quite a lot of shoe cupboards in the zone 1. So I'm actually working my way through them and trying to declutter them, which is hard. I think I must have had a bit of a shoe thing. I think I probably still have, actually. A bit of a shoe fetish. Because I've got a lot of shoes. I think that what it is shoes are easy to buy, aren't they? Because, yeah, I wonder why I have so many shoes. Because some of them I don't wear very often. And some of them have barely seen the light of day in 10 years. But I still love them. I think it's because I aspire to be the sort of person that wears them. But the reality is I mainly live in trainers and boots. I've got lovely sandals. I've got lovely strappy sandals. But I don't have a strappy sandal life. That's really strange. Why did I buy them? And they've been in my cupboard for so long and I don't really wear them because I don't go the sort of places where I wear heels or strappy sandals. But obviously I must aspire to it somehow. But actually I'm not comfortable in strappy sandals or heels. I'm much more comfortable in sensible shoes. I think maybe I've just got to start letting them go, because actually there isn't enough room in the cupboard to get all my trainers in. And those are the things that I actually wear. I have a lot of pairs of trainers. I love my trainers, although these are my new favourite ones. I've had these now for about 6 months, and they're incredibly comfortable. They were actually recommended, it's a bit sad, but they were recommended by a podiatrist. Because I was having foot problems, and she asked me about my footwear, and I said I live in trainers, and she goes, I think you're getting the wrong size, which I was. So I was buying too small a size in the trainers, but I was also buying the wrong design of trainer, and I actually didn't know there was that much difference. But she said is you need a wide forefoot trainer. So if you have a look at these, you can see they're very wide at the front. And that has made such a difference, because as I've got older, my feet have spread, so they've got longer. So I've gone from a size 5 shoe to a size 6.5, which is crazy, isn't it? It's absolutely crazy. But anyway, that's the situation. And I had no idea, and the only reason, what gave us the clue was I started getting loads of problems with my feet, with my shoes rubbing, and I couldn't understand it. So I actually went to a podiatrist, and they suggested I get my feet measured. They said that the problems I was getting was caused by my footwear not fitting. And sure enough, they were right. And so their recommendation was I probably needed a bigger size, which I did, but I also needed, where am I going to hang that? I also needed a wider forefoot on them, because that's where the problems were occurring. My shoes were rubbing. And golly, these trainers are great. Oh my goodness. I love them. I love them so much. They are so comfortable, and no more foot problems. But the problem is I now have lots of shoes that are in size 5s, and I'm not size 5. And I am struggling. I'm struggling with letting them go. I've sold some of them on eBay. I've donated some of them, but there's still a lot of shoes that need to go. So do you struggle with do you struggle with decluttering? I mean, there's nothing wrong with the shoes. I love the shoes. They just don't fit me. And that's a really silly reason. There's no reason to keep these shoes. I should just let them, I've just got to let them go. Do you struggle with this? Do you struggle with decluttering? I think it's definitely one of the things that I do struggle with. I don't know why. I think it may be my parents. My parents had a lot of stuff, and I think I take after them. It's something that's sort of, as I've got older, I find decluttering harder. But I think I need to do some decluttering this week. I need to declutter shoes. And just let somebody else have the joy of finding these shoes, and somebody that they fit. Because they're beautiful shoes, and they're not doing anybody any good sat in a cupboard, are they? I've just got to get my head around it and just regard it as a good thing, a win-win. Right, because I get rid of them and somebody else gets to enjoy them. And the charity benefits, golly, this has not, I should have read the washing instructions. This has not washed well. Oh my goodness. Oh, it should have been okay. Gentle machine wash, no bleach, no tumble dry. Well, at least I didn't tumble. Golly, this was a lovely little hoodie that I did actually purchase recently in a charity shop, and it was lovely and soft. And I've put it through the washing machine, and it's come out, it must never have been washed. And it's come out really strange. What have I done wrong with that? I only put it through a 30-degree wash. I didn't use fabric conditioner. Maybe that's not helped. I did put it through with the towels, so maybe it didn't like that. Because I don't use fabric conditioner in the towel wash. And also, I do put a lot of washing powder in. But let's hope it irons up. Oh, golly, because I love this little hoodie. I was really pleased when I found it. It's such a nice hoodie for the gym, or just for slinging on over jeans. And I like this colour actually. It's quite a happy colour. It's a nice transitional colour. Oh, there's my 1-minute warning. Oh golly, do you know what? This is not going to be an easy iron, I can tell. It's never going to look as good as it did before I washed it. I think it must have been brand new. When I got new, didn't have its labels on, but actually I think it was brand new, because it didn't look like it had ever been worn. Now it looks like, sadly, it looks like a dishcloth. Oh dear. That's really sad. I'm a bit upset about that because it's a nice little thing. And I was looking forward to wearing it. I was thinking it'd be nice for Pilates. Oh well, hopefully it will look okay when I've finished ironing it. It's just not looking great at the moment. Let's see if I can get... Have I ironed the hood already? Problem is, it doesn't look much better after I've ironed it than before. Whoops. Right, golly, I've already done 15 minutes. I'm going to have to reset because ironing takes me so much longer than it should. I think I'm a bit depowered this morning. I didn't sleep particularly well. I think I ate too much last night and then I didn't sleep particularly well. I know what I did. I ate dark chocolate quite late last night, which is always a mistake. And I knew when I was eating it, I was thinking, oh, I shouldn't be doing this. This is going to affect my sleep. But I seem to be very sensitive to anything like dark chocolate, coffee, anything that's a sort of stimulant. I can't have it really after lunchtime. But last night I stupidly had some dark chocolate. Right, let's open this up. Whew, I need a hanger. Let's pop that on. Let's hang it up here. Do you know what? I've made a start, haven't I? It's not... I shouldn't be gentler on myself. Right, let's hang this up. Where am I going to hang it? Let's hang it round there. Okay. Can I keep going? Yes. Listen, he's still not up, so I might as well keep going. There's a lot of noisy things I need to do, like I need to sort out the hall, but it's too close to the bedroom, so I think I'll disturb him. I think he needs the extra sleep at the moment. He's a little bit run down. Let's get some iron. Do you know what? I'm going to speed up my ironing process. I'm going to drink some coffee as well and maybe get some more water. Maybe I should take a 2-minute break and drink some coffee. Oh, this is taking a lot of ironing as well. I think the problem is quite a lot of these t-shirts are getting quite old now. And I find things, mind you, that hoodie was new and that new to me, but I think it was actually new. I think it'd been donated new, pretty new, and that didn't wash well. So maybe, I don't know, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just putting too much washing powder in. I think sometimes if I put more powder in, it gets it cleaner, but actually maybe it just makes it quite difficult to iron. I think because our water's very hard, I'm aware that I do need to use more soap. If you read the instructions on the washing powder, particularly on those capsule ones, which I have got some of at the moment, I'm using out, and it does say if the water's hard, you need to use more. And I know I did that with these because I was doing a big dark load, and I definitely put an extra one in. I don't use fabric conditioner. Although some of those pod things, I think have got the fabric conditioner in. But when I do the towels, I never ever use fabric conditioner because it makes the towels less absorbent. Right. Just give those a quick, they're just jeans, so I don't give them a big iron. Just run the iron over so they look a bit better. There we go. I think I might shut that drawer, it's a bit awkward. Oh, God, it's so heavy. Right, I'm going to turn my air around because I filled one side and it's quite awkward going around the back. And actually, do you know what? Once this area is full, I need to stop ironing because I haven't got anywhere else to put it. I would have to go and find another area. And we're nearly there. Actually, we're nearly at the bottom of the basket, thank goodness. Look at that, golly. The utility room is looking, still it's pretty messy, but it's getting better. I've got 10 minutes left. I reckon I can finish this in 10 minutes. Anyway, how are you getting on? How are you? Do you feel on top of things? Are you on top of your laundry? Are you managing to get any zone work done this week? How are you getting on? Do you even know what the Fly Lady system is? A friend said to me yesterday, who'd been watching my videos, that she'd actually never heard of the Fly Lady system before, and she was quite confused by it. And she thought I really needed to explain it more, rather than just assuming that everybody does it. Do you follow the Fly Lady system? Do you know what I'm on about? Right, let's hang those up there. Okay, we are getting there. We're nearly there. Okay, I've been following the Fly Lady system now for 24 years. I first discovered it when I was pregnant with my youngest, who is now 24. In fact, he's 24 and a half. I was on maternity leave because I was very heavily pregnant at the time from my job. I had 2 young children. One of them was I think one was 4 or 5 and the other was 2. So I had one that had just started school, and I also had one that was going to playgroup every day. And I also had a dog. And my routine at that time involved basically around taking the children to school, taking one to playgroup or nursery, I think it was nursery actually, dropping them off, and then I'd have a couple of hours in the morning to do all my sort of jobs. And then I picked the little child up from the nursery, took her home, gave her lunch, and then I would have a nap, usually in the afternoon because I was heavily pregnant. And then I would, while she played or watched a video, then I would go back to pick the oldest one up from school and then bring them both home and feed them, or sometimes we went to swimming lessons. But it was a very sort of set routine. Every day was this, I had this set routine that revolved around the children's nursery and school. So, and I got a nap every afternoon. And I had a couple of hours every morning while the younger one was at nursery to do my sort of jobs around the house. Anyway, what happened is they both got chicken pox. No, they didn't actually get it at the same time either. I think one got chicken pox and then the other one got it a week later or something. But anyway, which meant obviously they couldn't go to school. They were at home all the time, and we were actually, I think I kept, when the eldest one got it first from school, and then I kept them both at home because, I couldn't face trying to take a sick child to drop another child off at nursery for a couple of hours and then only have to take the sick child out again to pick the younger one up from nursery. So that I kept them both at home. So we were at home in total for about 3 weeks, maybe even 4 weeks. Because in those days, when your child had chicken pox, I think they were off school for about 2 weeks, so that to avoid giving it to the other children. Anyway, it seemed a long time at the time. I think I was about 36 weeks pregnant, so it was good timing in one way. It meant I didn't have to get them in the car and rush about. But on the other hand, it also meant I didn't have that couple of hours every morning to do my jobs around the house, and I also didn't necessarily get that nap in the afternoon, because I had 2 children at home who were not necessarily as tired as they would have been if they'd been at school. So I had to keep them entertained and happy, and they were both ill. So it was a challenging time, and that's when I discovered Fly Lady. I think the internet had just been invented. Potentially I must have found her online. In those days it was dial-up connections. It was painfully slow getting online. But I must have just typed into whatever it was then. I don't think it was even Google. I think it was Yahoo. I must have typed in overwhelmed, or I don't know, overwhelmed by housework or something like that. I don't actually remember what I typed in, but I was feeling completely overwhelmed. I was thinking, I'm stuck at home now for the next couple of weeks. I've got with these children with chicken pox. I'm pretty tired because I'm heavily pregnant. What am I going to do? And that's when I discovered the Fly Lady cleaning system. And you know what? It was a lifesaver. I've never looked back. I've followed this system now for 24 years. And it was just literally, it made things seem manageable. And I really got into it. I think I must have got how did I get the book? I don't know how I managed to get the book. Because I don't even know in those days if you could order books online. I may have had to actually go to a physical bookshop after, once we came out of our chickenpox lockdown. But I don't know. it's difficult to imagine what it was like then before, because online shopping wasn't massive. It was really, you know, very early stages of the internet 24 years ago. Golly, it's gone so quickly. But anyway, so I started following the Fly Lady system and went on the Fly Lady website, and I think there was she did a sort of mentoring group online, and I think I joined that. I don't know what it was on. It was on something. I don't think it was on Facebook. It was on some platform that you could log into. Oh my goodness, I've done my laundry. Oh my goodness, I've done all the ironing, and the timer hasn't gone. I've still got 4 minutes, so I'm going to see if there's any more bits on here I could iron. And yeah, now I've got a head start. I can put all this laundry away tomorrow. Yeah, so, and oh my goodness, it was wonderful. It was like I had a cleaning inspiration, a cleaning buddy. I loved it. And I say I've just loved this. I love the system. And you know what? I think I'm going to I've still got that book. I've still got that original book, that pink book, that Sink Reflections. I've probably got a first edition, haven't I? I don't know, when I started following the system, I don't even know if she'd written the book at that stage. It may have just been an online mentoring group that I was in, and it was just wonderful. Being able to chat to the other people. And just feeling that you weren't so alone in it, that other people had felt overwhelmed by their houses and too many things to do, and just wanted some support. Right, how am I going to get this back on here? I'm not basic. Oh golly, can you hear my tummy rumbling? I think it's time. It's saying it's time for something to eat. I think I might have to go and wake him up. He can sleep for England. Right, I'm going to run the iron over this as well, because it's really damp. So it'll be a really quick iron. I have got enough time. Now I've got going, I might as well finish it. It's weird, I seem to have got more done in my second 15 minutes than I did in my first 15 minutes. It's like I've got some momentum going. I should have set this as a workout. It'd be interesting to see how many calories does ironing burn. Probably not as many as I'm hoping. I hope it's burnt off that chocolate from last night. I find it's easier to iron first thing in the morning. I do sometimes iron in the evenings, but I find I'm usually very tired by the evenings, so it's harder to motivate myself. I find if I do the most difficult tasks first thing in the morning, I'm more likely to get done. But it doesn't require as much activation energy, and the timer definitely helps with the activation energy. But I do use it. I do sometimes iron in the evenings, but not as much as I do in the mornings. It's a nice quiet task I can do. Right, let's pop that one on there. We're nearly there. I think I've crossed with a couple more things that need the iron running over them. I'm going to do those pyjamas actually. Probably they're really damp still, so they'll be really easy hopefully. I think they might be too damp to iron, but no, we'll see how we go. I've still got 2 minutes left, so I might as well go for it. Anyway, do you follow the Fly Lady system? When did you start following it? How did you find it? Did you discover it by typing something into a search engine like me? What did you type in? How did you find me? That'd be interesting to know. I hope you find that I'm helping you and motivating you the way Fly Lady motivated me. So you don't feel so alone. I think a lot of us feel overwhelmed by too many things to do and not enough time to do them. Let me hang this up. They really need to go higher up. A little tip, when you do laundry, hang the larger, heavier things at the top, because they're the ones that will take the longest to dry, and the stuff at the top of the area always dries quicker than the stuff at the bottom of the area. I probably need to teach my husband this little hack. He doesn't seem to get it. I think he thinks it doesn't make any difference. Oh, this iron's empty. I don't really want to refill it, because then I'll have to empty it again. And this is still damp, so I don't think I need to be fair. It feels like my iron's cooled down. No, it's still hot. I think it's just because it's ironing wet things. That's my 1 minute warning I've just had, so that's pretty good timing. I think I've just about finished. I've emptied the ironing basket, and in fact, I've got a bit extra done. So this will probably be the last item I'm going to iron. But I'm feeling a lot less overwhelmed now, knowing that I've done this until the next load comes around. But actually, I haven't done so much laundry this week. I managed to, because the weather's been bad. I did end up doing all of it yesterday when the sun was shining briefly. So it's yeah, I think that's probably why it's felt a little overwhelming this morning coming down to it. Probably, I don't know why, but this is really tangled. I can't seem to untangle it. Let's just iron it. Right, I think that'll have to do because I'm running out of time. Oh my goodness, how is that got so tangled in the laundry? I'll sort it out when it's dry. Right, I'm going to cancel that timer and I'm going to stop. I must remember to switch the iron off. I'm going to pop the iron out of the way so I don't knock it over. It's actually empty, so I don't need to drain it, I don't think. I'm going to have my coffee, just tidy up the utility room. I actually didn't end up using that, did I? It can go away. That drawer is just so heavy. It's got too many hangers in. I need to sort that out, or maybe split the hangers up. Maybe I've got too many hangers. Let's just rearrange this so it looks more manageable. Where should I put that? On that end, I think. I've got my tummy's going again. Right. Okay, let's just, I might leave this open actually. I think my husband shut it, but it needs to air because it was used yesterday. Right, so I'm just going to pan back. That looks more manageable than it did. I've actually done quite a lot. I've still got 2 baskets of laundry to put away, but I'm going to stop now and I'm going to have a cup of coffee. Anyway, thank you for joining me on my laundry session. Bye for now.